welcome to another episode of Comedy of Horrors. I'm on the T-29, the Tier 7 American heavy tank, and we're on the Arctic region map, and I am top tier. So once again, I'm all confident. I'm thinking, good, should be a good battle, should be able to do some good damage, and should hopefully win. So we all go to the famous choke point on Arctic region, which is right there, and that's where all the heavy tanks should always go. And on the T-29, actually, this can work to a fairly good advantage because thanks to the very strong turret, I can do a bit of hold down, and I'm also at the same time fairly protected from enemy artillery. And as you can see, there's quite a bit of a build-up of enemy tanks here. Now, what will follow, as you can see, will be a rather furious exchange of shots between us. I was taking a bit too long there, and what annoys me is that I traded too much HP for my shot. Then of course I could get that Panzer IV-H, but I don't reload in time, and then one of my teammates gets right in front of me. Now this is something that really annoys me when I play when I fight with tanks like the T-29. Let me use my turret. Don't get in between me and the enemies.
We didn't penetrate their armor.
Then of course I don't penetrate because of course I'm destined to lose this battle, so the game doesn't help me. But like I was saying, I wish players would realize that when you got a T-29, let him take the shots with his turret. It can basically bounce anything. So just stay behind the T-29, don't go in front of him. So here I am, see, I haven't actually delivered that many shots, and by the way, we've also got a team killer, as you can see on the battle score, -1. But I am still trying to
Enemy armor is damaged.
deliver a bit of damage. This is not looking very good, but the enemy isn't particularly bright either, because they try to come up from this ledge and they actually make my play extremely easy.
Enemy is hit. We've lost a track.
You can also see why I got hit. It's because on my side, this, as you can see, this SU-152 that should have protected me when that Tiger was advancing didn't do so. So as I was taking my aim to shoot the Tiger, the SU-152 was just standing there doing nothing. So instead of protecting me, he basically allowed the Tiger to fire at me, to advance even further and fire me. In fact, the Tiger didn't even look at the SU-152. So anyway, I've lost a fair bit of HP, and we are losing. But I still got a bit of strength left, and I think we can actually, as you can see, we can actually encircle these three enemy tanks. When all of a sudden, of course, what do I get? An E-25. Who managed? I just don't know. I just don't know how he managed to get through there without being spotted by the T-67 that you see over there. Right? Can you see it here? Now, how come that T-67, who is not that far, could not spot that E-25 before it got so close to me? He could have spotted it there. I don't know why. Maybe that T-67 doesn't use binoculars. I don't know. The point is that now I have lost a bit more of HP, but I've got the E-25 in my sights. Now let's see if I can do something about that. Giving him some good damage. See, I move slightly now to make sure my hull is a bit more protected, and it's not. Okay, so I've lost a lot of HP, but at least we are leading. Look at that, 10-7. And that Tiger is now surrounded, so I go for the kill. Because I think if I can just hit him once, he's dead. And that is the case. Peccato, what a shame that he only had 30 HP left, so I don't actually get much damage for that, but still, at least that's done. 11-9 with 2 heavy tanks, even though I've really I've lost a lot of HP, and we should win. So let's go for base. Let's go and attack base and get rid of the remainder ones. In fact, let's just go for cap, because at this rate I can see on the minimap that all that's left at base is 1 tank, and it's the Cheetor there. The enemy loses a tank, but we also lose a tank, but I'm still fairly confident. We got a KV3, and even though I believe it's probably on low health, and then suddenly that Cheetor is beginning to kill. So I think, that's no good. And he's got very high HP. In fact, I would say that's full HP. And all of a sudden I realise I'm on my own. And I think, well, I can't risk exposing my sides to this Cheetor, because in 2 shots he could destroy me. So all I can do is just pop my turret out and hope to get it. In the meantime, the T-37 has managed to destroy our Type 58. So we are now even, and it's a really, really bad situation now, because basically we're all on this side. The Cheetor, I think, knows that I'm here, so it doesn't expose itself. I don't take certainly the chance, because even trading shots with this Cheetor could be very dangerous, because like I said, I've only got 279 HP, a couple of shots from him and I'm probably dead. Whereas I would have to, I've also got a slow reload, and then now the worst thing has happened. We've lost the KV3 and it's just me and the T-67, the one that didn't spot the E-25 coming and has got 0 kills. And I just got a feeling, looking at the score from the enemy, that I am done, and it is. That is definitely the case. The AMX-12T has destroyed the T-67. I'm not surprised. I don't think he was a particularly good player. So I'm alone against 3, and I've got really low health, and I can't go anywhere, because if I move forward I'll expose myself to the shots from the Cheetor. If I go back here, because I've got the T-37 and the AMX, 2 light tanks behind, they are probably rushing back down here. They'll get me. So my only hope is to try and get this Cheetor somehow. And well, what else can I do? I know I'm going to be surrounded anyway, and I think the only thing I can do is use my turret. But I knew this was going to happen anyway. I knew they would come up from behind, and I missed the shot, and I think, right, okay, I'm dead. So in the end, I didn't play very well, but my team didn't help, because at the end of the day, they basically did not make the most of our advantage, and it took too much. We lost far too many tanks to win this side, and in the end the only survivor was me, and alone I just did not have enough HP to handle 3 enemies. Thank you for watching.